Hi Baker fam, this is your science teacher, Miss Swinson, or art teacher in this case, and today I'm going to be showing you how to grid a picture on Word so we can use it for a gridding technique when we're drawing. So first thing you gotta do, let's show you from step one, alright? Here we go. Step one, you gotta find yourself a picture that you want to pick, and I'm gonna do Keanu Reeves, portrait, A-I-T, T-R-A-I-T, portrait, grayscale. It's a little easier to do a grayscale picture to draw it, right? You're going to get a little easier time being able to shade and to change it a little bit. I want like a dead serious face. Yeah, like real serious. Okay. Let's go this one. Okay. Gotta wait for Bing.com. Gotta love that. Okay, so you bring up a picture, real serious looking. You're gonna right click on it, and then you're gonna copy the image, right? And then you're gonna go down here and you're gonna look for Word, and I have it pinned to my desktop because I use it quite often. And you're gonna open a blank document, and mine opened in the other screen, so let me just bring it over here in a sec. Why gotta take so long? Alright, so Word will open and you'll have this screen here that's like, hey, you know, what do you want to do? So you're going to go over here and click on blank document, and you're just going to open a blank document. And then you're going to right click on that blank document here, and then you're going to click on picture, right? So paste options, picture. And then from here, you can actually crop, and so this is how you crop. You can actually crop your picture down to the size that you want it. I actually want, okay. And then when you're done deciding how big you want it, right, from these little T's, you just press enter. And it'll cut off all the other pieces, and then you'll be left with this piece here. Okay, so the next thing you have to do is you have to click off of the image. So right now the image is selected. You have to click off of the image, and I like to press enter just in case, because if I do, like, sometimes it'll get a little wonky, and then I just want to make sure that I'm off the image. So then you're going to come over here and click insert, and you're going to put table, and you're going to put as many spaces as you possibly can in there. Alright, quick edit. The camera was in a weird position, so I realized that you could not see where the things were that I was clicking on. So right here is blank document, right? Blank document, actually we're going to move me over here. So here's the blank document, and you're going to click on that. And then up here is where insert is, and where the table is, right there, right? So you're going to copy, paste your image, and then you're going to minus it out so that you can see it all. Right, click off of it, enter once. You're going to come up here, insert, table, as many as you can. Then you follow along and do the rest of it. So for me, it gives me an 8 by 10, which means I get 10 columns, and you're supposed to have a 10 by 15 grid. So that means you're going to have to add more, right? And you go to insert and add rows above or below, it doesn't matter. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have to add a total of 7. Okay? So I'm going to add 7 to it. Insert row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It doesn't matter if you add them above or below. It's not going to matter. As long as you have a 10 by 15 space grid. And I'll show you why that's really important to have in just a sec. All right. Then what you're going to do is you're going to have to come up here to the image, and then you right click on the image, and then you say wrap text, and then you're going to say behind text. So this is right click on the image, wrap text, behind text, and then the grid will show up right on top of it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to move the grid up to the top here using this little thing here. You might have to select it. Okay, it doesn't want to do it. Okay, I'm on the grid. Oh, no, I'm not. What is this anchor? We'll get to that in a sec. You can change the size of the grid by coming down here to this little white square here. It's a little harder to see on some computers, but it's there. So you got to come here till the cursor turns into the 2 sideways arrow, and you're going to pull it down. You know, I've got an idea. Let's make this smaller. Okay, so I still have that grid here, and you want to try and make the grid as even as possible. There we go. All right, so now I have a grid on the Word document, and I'm going to come up here and save it. Keanu grid. It doesn't matter what you save it as long as you save it. Let's do just my normal documents there. Okay. So once your image is gridded, you're going to save it. That way, if you ever mess up or whatnot, you know, you can undo and change it and save it. So this is the next step, right? So now that you have this gridded image of whoever it is that you want to draw, all artists take their art one piece at a time, right? It's one little bit at a time. It's piece by piece, little by little, and then they create this beautiful mirage of whatever it is that they're going to do. So now we have to grid our paper. And what I'm going to do with this, to make this grid, is I'm going to take a ruler, and this is the only ruler I have. Normally in the classroom, you just have just a plain ruler. And a piece of paper. What am I going to do this one? Hello, book. They're all like used. Hello? Okay, I guess I gotta use the big one. Okay. So you're going to take your piece of paper and you're going to put a 10 by 15 space grid on this paper. So 10 by 15 space grid. So let's do 10 inches across. We're gonna go that way. And we're just gonna put a little notch every inch. right? We're going to go 1 notch. Okay, so there's 10. We're going to do it across the bottom, the same space. Wait about. Make sure you have that starting one there. 8, 7, 6. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your ruler or flat edge or whatever, and you're going to create your line. Maybe do 1/2 inch for your normal papers. Only because it looks like, come here. It looks like I'm barely going to have 15 here if I grid the whole paper. We got this here. Probably make it bigger. Why did it? Okay then. Okay then. Okay. There he is. So when I'm going through, nothing, nothing, nothing. I mean, there's kind of something. So what you're going to do is you're going to do, so this is where my first block starts. Make sure you have a square where your first block starts. Okay, that's where my first block starts. Then I'm going to put, like, I don't know what, like just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in. I'm just going to put like a hair there, right? Like the way that's glaring. There we go. No. There we go. Oh, better. Alright, so I'm just going to put a hair there, right? And then in the next one, it looks like about halfway in, another hair starts this way, and this one ends this way, right? So I got a little hair there. So when you take it one block at a time, you can actually see the unfolding of the hair. You can actually focus on just the shapes of what it looks like, as opposed to a whole picture and like, oh my goodness, it's overwhelming, I can't do that. This eliminates that. I'm overwhelming, because realistically, you guys, everyone can. Right? Everyone can draw that. Right? That. Everyone can draw that. And with the ability to zoom in on just that square, you can just focus on that square. And then eventually it becomes a whole picture when you're done. This technique is called the gridding technique. And it's used when you have to get a really detailed drawing. So most artists visually grid in their head. We're just trying to help you practice gridding to get that practice in. That way when you do your own art later on, you can, get that mental ability, right? You have to train it. Well, hopefully this was helpful. Please ask questions in class. If you're like, wait, Miss Swinson, slow down, stop. Or just watch this video, pause it, play it, look at it. You're free to do that too. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you later.